What's the word I'm looking for?
I'm not sure. Chalk it up?
Chalk it up. Thank you.
Okay.
Chalk one up for the citizens of the United States. There is a town in Colorado. It's a small town called Deer Trail. They're considering a measure that would allow their residents to hunt for federal drones and then shoot them down. So you see a drone, it's in your area.
You're kidding.
With the blessing of the city leaders. It was online. Must be true.
Really?
It
came from that internet, right? I think they have it here, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's even high speed in some places. But yeah, they are going to allow residents to hunt for federal drones and shoot them down. Is it illegal? Of course it is. But it's also illegal to spy on American citizens.
So we got illegal against illegal.
Uh-huh. If they fly in town, we'll shoot them down, says a resident in Deer Trail, Colorado. And the FAA recently announced plans to create 6 drone test sites around the country, none of which has been publicly listed. I don't know. I watched the news, local news, half-assed. I could have swore the other day I heard our local news guy talking about drones in our area, how it could open up and generate jobs and bring more revenue into town. And I thought, don't quote me, but this area was being considered.
Well,
we would like to be considered as a test area for drone.
Well, Prineville, Prineville is they're flying drones out of Prineville already.
Are they really?
Yeah. I mean, all this, when you look at all this and you take the drones and what, that's just part of the ploy of looking at us, controlling us. Getting back, if I may, go back to the alien agenda, because I think this all ties in together. If you take... For instance, if you're familiar with Alex Jones, Jones? Okay. Well, he did that film where he caught all of our leaders at the Grove. You familiar with that? Where he snuck into the Grove and captured video footage of a ceremony taking place. And supposedly these ceremonies are of human sacrifice. And these are all our world leaders go to the Grove, have been known to go to the Grove. Everybody, I mean, it's known that they go there, but what goes on there has been a secret for a long time. But now, since Alex has leaked this video, if you go to Infowars.com, you can check it out. It's him sneaking into the Grove and getting footage of the ceremonies. Mm-hmm. So I look at all these things. You look at our civil rights and all these crazy conspiracy theories that people talk about. If you take out the alien agenda and all the government actions that have been taking place, they all seem to be quite psychotic and random. And why? What is blah blah blah? You're confused by this. You look at them. But if you add in the alien agenda, all those behaviors then, to me, start making sense. For instance, when they at the Grove, it apparently the ceremony is of human sacrifice to some other entity. They say it's fictitious, and who knows? Maybe they really are sacrificing humans. But the point I'm trying to make is that behavior alone, if you look at that, you kind of go, what? They're just crazy. Why these crazy people are in control of our country, and that's just crazy behavior. But if you add in the alien agenda, and that if we are truly being manipulated by alien species or in business with alien species, that behavior to me all of a sudden starts to make sense. And if you look at other things around the world, they start to make sense as well.
Yeah, and people like Alex Jones who speak of this out loud, they're construed as a wacko.
Oh, sure.
Just like the whole crucifixion on Piers Morgan, which I can't stand him. Are you telling me that Larry King's replacement was a British pompous asshole who Piers Morgan?
Right.
He has that, hey, dude, you're not Larry King. But Alex Jones, and I thought that Alex blew it when he went on there to talk about the whole gun issue. I like what Alex says. I like a lot of the things that he brings into the mainstream talking arena, but he went about it. I think he had a hard-on for Piers Morgan to begin with.
Oh, he did,
therefore, he went in there ready for battle.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't want to admit that Piers maybe got the upper hand out of that, but, the aftermath, everybody, it was split. But, who looked more like a dick? Was it Alex or was it Piers? Well, I don't care. Pierce could do anything, and he looks like a dick to me.
Right, but I'm with you
But
there.
Alex Jones, I think that there's a way to have people like Alex Jones. David Icke, are you familiar with him?
David Icke.
A guy who's, he was a BBC broadcaster and soccer player. They call it football over there. But he has all these heavy-duty credentials. In the early 90s, he had an awakening. And he's been on this 20-plus year mission now to bring all of these things, the Bilderbergs, this whole ugly, seedy side of who really
is controlling
our world.
Mm-hmm.
And, he's one of those guys that up till about a year and a half ago, I had no idea who he was. And so, you're finding these people out there who there is still a lot of information that can be found, validated, and then if the people like YouTube, Facebook, etc., don't pull it off immediately for public consumption, you can see and kind of judge for yourself. I mean, it's information. We all see something, we process it differently, and then you form your own opinion. And so, David Icke, Icke.
I'm familiar with David Icke.
Yeah, but I just thought that this whole idea, we see a drone, we'll shoot it down. And I thought, you know what, that sounds like people in my home area.
No doubt.
It's like, screw that.
Is it a bird? No.
Yeah.
Is it a plane? No. It's a drone.
And these drones, they're cheaper to operate than helicopters. And they say that the drones will be used for monitoring crops and livestock and assessing building damage. And they have all these things that they say
the
that
military
the
is doing
says.
that?
Yes. Yeah. The people are going, I'm out in my backyard. I'm doing things that I have the freedom to do in my own space. And now I'm being monitored.
Right.
And, what are you going to do with that information? It's like my cell phone data, my email data, my Facebook visits. What are you doing with all that data that you collect? And how will it come back to haunt me?
It will. It'll come back to haunt
you can't
everybody.
say that it won't because you'll find a way. It will.
Right.
It has.
Right. Yeah. They're collecting and compiling all this data in a huge database, and it will be profiled, and everybody will get labels, whether they're getting a red dot, a blue dot, a pink dot, whatever the dot that they get. It's going to be accompanied by this huge data file about you, about all your behaviors.
Deer Trail, Colorado, the Town Board of Trustees will vote on the drone ordinance August 6th.
So I'm really curious to see how that's going to play out, because what's really going to happen once a private citizen shoots down a military drone. That's what you're talking about at this point.
Yes.
With the permission of the city. Right?
Yes. And all you have to do is buy a drone hunting license for $25.
Are you serious?
Yep. The Town Board of Trustees, they vote on this in August. If passed, it would legalize the sale of drone hunting licenses for $25 and offer bounties for captured drones. 6 trustees and the mayor make up the board. It would take a simple majority vote to pass the ordinance. The ordinance doesn't aim to stop airliner flights. It outlines the rules of engagement for drone hunters and the types of ammunition allowed. Bounty amounts from $25 to $100, and weapons are limited to 12-gauge shotguns. So the drones would have to be fairly close.
I was going to say, you're not going to...
But they're flying low anyway. You don't know if they're a RC remote control plane that the kids are playing with over
a drone.
Or a drone.
I shot this drone down. I didn't get no meat off it, though.
Shit, huh? We're going drone hunting.
Fuck, hey, that's just insane, man.
Can you train the dog to go out there and go get it, boy? Get a drone. Get a drone. Come on. That's a good boy. Who got the drone? He's a good boy. Here's a treat.
Oh man, that's a new era right there in American history. Because I'm just curious to see, like I said before, what will happen when a private citizen shoots down a military drone. What's going to happen then? I bet the retaliation will be military force. Yeah. I bet it will be. But you're
licensed.
You're licensed. I got my license right here.
It's like people who are licensed for medical marijuana.
Right.
The state should have control over that. The local jurisdiction has the say-so, not the federal.
Right.
So it's what we, the people in our area, say is right or wrong, and our leaders say yay or nay.
Right.
That is the rule of law. That should be the rule of law.
Right.
But, you're destroying government property.
Well,
you're destroying this body of mine by force-feeding me all the crap that you say it's okay for human consumption, and
Yeah.
and this is a temple right here.
I can see that's a temple.
I mean, look at this.
That is God's temple, right?
This is a freaking temple, all right. All right, well, you're listening to Turd Talk. We're Doug and Scott. We're talking about shit that nobody else talks about, or if they do, not everybody gets a chance to hear it.
No, so most people are, too afraid to even think about all the stuff that's going on around them.
They want to close their eyes and run away and ignore it and pretend, oh, you guys you're crazy. They don't do that.
They're nuts.
The hell they don't.
America's the greatest country in the world.
Well, by God, it was.
It was at one time. My grandfather said so.
My grandfather fought, and he validated that.
Yeah, and that's the point that is really happening is, it really is a slap in the face to all the millions of Americans, men and women that have fought and died, so that you and I could sit here and turd talk.
Yeah.
Because, let's face it, we might be outlaws.
Yeah, I know.
We're definitely terrorists by the
don't
term.
say that.
I can't say that.
Don't say that. Somebody's going to hear it. The 38 plays that this podcast will probably get. Hopefully not a one will be a government official.
They'll probably
Or a
all
spy.
government officials.
That's right. There's probably a whole a group of people that are out there that are assigned with sitting down and listening to all the broadcasts.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Podcasts.
Yeah.
And we just want to, or they have software installed that sifts through keywords and goes, yeah, there
I'm sure
you go.
that's exactly what it is.
We are a danger.
We are,
Aren't we?
Yeah, I feel dangerous.
We were
don't
pretty dangerous last week.
Yeah, I'm dangerous. Dangerous.
Now, I wonder if we'd get in trouble if we start bashing the Queen and the baby and all that shit.
I couldn't believe how much hype they put on that. And the
I
Queen
am
has
so sick of hearing about that crap, I could puke.
I just can't even believe that they go to that about the baby. But see, that's what they're doing is they're trying to pull on people's heartstrings, and make us feel. All I see when I look at those is those people going, "We're so much better than you. We're so much better than you. Bow down to me because we're so much better than you.
Adore me.
Yeah.
Worship me.
The Queen? What the fuck?
What do you do?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I want to know 10 things the Queen does that's actually relevant.
To being Queenie?
Yeah, I mean, we've had a 100-year hierarchy within the same family. You know what?
All that means to me is that
I don't give a shit.
nepotism is alive and well.
And why must their every single move be plastered on American media? I can't turn on a nightly newscast, even our local news, without seeing something about the royal family farted today.
Right. Well, it's the same reason we've got the British broadcasters on our TV. It's the same reason.
Yeah.
Well, hello.
La, la, la,
We have visitors.
la,
Hi.
la,
Hello.
la, la,
Hello.
Breakfast.
What are you drinking?
What are you?
Alka-Seltzer because breakfast killed me.
What'd you eat?
Yes, we've met a couple of times.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is Rachel.
Hi, Rachel. How are you?
Who walked
I'm
right
good, how are
outside
you?
with your dog, and your dog just absolutely loved her.
Oh,
like,
nice.
I'm like, no.
Do they not normally like people?
No, my dog loves people.
Okay.
Right,
She was telling me no.
Not in the car. If he's in the car, he's like Cujo.
So where's Maud?
Table.
What's what?
Where's Maud?
I think the dog ate her.
Dog. That's not
No,
even funny.
sweetie.
She's in a potato salad.
Yeah. I think I got
Honey.
a piece of hair.
We keep going out and checking on her, so she's fine.
She's out there?
Yeah, well, she's not out there.
No.
I haven't seen her out there.
She's a rant.
We'll probably never see her.
Yeah, we
She's
will.
a cat.
Hey, okay, so you guys tell us.
What? We have visitors. Come on in. Come on in.
You tell us, do you give a crap about the royal family?
Yes.
No. Although William and I have a new baby.
no.
Okay.
Come on.
We're gonna just-
One at a time. One at a time.
Let me just say that Diana's son has now had a baby. Or
no.
having a baby.
Yes.
So, to me, Princess Diana was one of these wonderful people who raised her sons to fight in the war and to not be treated like royalty. So they have bucked the system the entire time. And yes, I do care about his baby.
Prince Harry, all the way.
Yay.
William and I share a birthday. We're
Would
a
you
year
have
apart.
Prince Harry's baby?
What's that?
Would you have Prince Harry's baby?
Yeah, because it means money.
Oh,
Come on.
you wouldn't do it for love.
No, but do you ever
I
get
think they're the
Poor
new
child.
I think they're the new royalty, and I
Poor,
like
poor
hearing